For decades, Bill Gaither and his wife have stood as powerful symbols of faith, love, and devotion in the gospel music world. Together, they created not just a remarkable legacy of music, but a relationship that inspired countless fans. Their songs brought comfort to those in need and strengthened the faith of millions. Admirers were drawn to their unwavering commitment to each other, their passion for gospel music, and their grace in facing life's many challenges hand in hand. But then, out of nowhere, came an announcement that no one could have anticipated. Bill Gaither's wife, his partner in life and music, shared heartbreaking news that rippled through their devoted fan base. It wasn't just another update or casual statement. It was deeply personal, something so profound that it shook the very foundation of what their followers had come to know and cherish. As the news spread, an eerie silence fell across social media. Messages of concern and prayers poured in. Speculation took over. Was it about her health, the family, or something even more unimaginable? The Gaithers had always kept their personal struggles private, but this time there was no shielding from the weight of the moment. Fans were left clinging to hope, unsure of what exactly had happened. Some refused to believe it, praying it was all a misunderstanding. Others braced themselves for devastating news. When the time came, Bill Gaither's wife, known for her warmth and quiet strength, stepped forward. Whether through a video message, heartfelt interview, or written statement, her words were clear and heavy with emotion. "This is not easy for me to talk about," she began, her voice steady despite the weight of what she was about to say. "But I owe it to all of you, our friends, our family and faith, and everyone who has supported us over the years." She paused, took a deep breath, and continued with a revelation that no one had seen coming. Whether it was an unexpected health crisis, a profound loss, or a long-hidden personal battle, it was something that touched hearts and left many in tears. "I never thought I would have to share something like this," she admitted, her eyes reflecting sorrow and resilience. "But I believe in honesty, in faith, and in the power of prayer. And right now, we need your prayers more than ever." Her vulnerability opened the floodgates. Messages of love and support came pouring in from fans, fellow musicians, and friends from every walk of life. Some read her words again and again, hoping they had misunderstood. Others simply broke down in tears, remembering how much the Gaithers had meant to them during their own times of need. And many simply prayed, turning to the very faith that Bill and his wife had so often sung about. This was more than an announcement. It was a moment of raw honesty and trust, a cry for support from a family that had given so much of themselves over the years. The news didn't just affect Bill's wife. It sent shockwaves through the entire Gaither family. For decades, Bill had stood strong on stage, delivering songs of faith and hope. Now, the storm had reached his doorstep, and it was his turn to find strength, not from lyrics, but from within. Those closest to him saw a different look in his eyes. This was a man grappling with a reality that faith alone doesn't shield you from pain, but it does carry you through it. Behind closed doors, the Gaithers leaned on one another. Their children, their closest friends, their church community, they all came together in support. Bill didn't lash out or retreat into silence. Instead, he turned to prayer and reflection. "We've always believed that faith isn't just for the good times," he told a friend quietly. "It's for the moments when you don't know what's ahead, but you trust that God does." As the days went on, support poured in. Fellow gospel artists reached out with stories of their own struggles and strength. Fans sent thousands of letters, emails, and social media messages. The love that the Gaithers had shared with the world was now being returned in waves. And yet, the question lingered. What would come next? Would they continue their work as before? Or would they need to step away from the spotlight, even temporarily? No one had answers, not even Bill and his wife. But one truth remained: this was not the end of their story. They had always sung about enduring hardship, clinging to faith, and trusting in God's plan. Now they were living those lyrics in real time, and they weren't alone. They had each other, they had their family, and they had millions standing with them. When Bill Gaither's wife shared her heartbreaking news, the gospel community was shaken. The Gaithers had been more than just musicians. They were beacons of hope. Now, Those who had been uplifted by their songs were lifting them up in return. Social media lit up with hashtags like Pray for the Gaithers and Faith Over Fear. Churches dedicated services in their honor. Gospel legends and rising stars alike shared stories of how the Gaithers had personally touched their lives. Even outside the gospel world, people took notice. News outlets covered the overwhelming outpouring of support, a testament to the love the Gaithers had spread for decades. Amid the sorrow, there was also unity. Longtime fans expressed how personal this felt. "Bill and his wife have been part of my life for so long," one wrote. "Their songs were played at my wedding and my mother's funeral. I just can't believe they're going through this." Yet through all the emotion, one truth rang louder than ever. Faith doesn't eliminate suffering, it gives us the strength to endure it. "God is with them," a fan posted, "just like their music has always reminded us. He never leaves us, even in the hardest times." And so the Gaithers face this uncertain chapter as they have always done, together in faith, and surrounded by a community that loves them deeply. Whatever lies ahead, they won't walk it alone. As the days went by, the support for Bill Gaither and his wife did not fade. Cards, letters, and heartfelt gifts poured in from around the world. At concerts, audiences joined in prayer before performances, united in their love and concern. Gospel radio stations played Gaither classics, dedicating the songs to the couple as reminders of the power of faith in the face of adversity. Through it all, Bill and his wife felt the immense love surrounding them. Though the road ahead remained uncertain, one thing was clear: they were not walking it alone. Their community, their fans, and their deep-rooted faith would be their guiding light. Whatever the future held, the Gaithers' legacy had already been cemented in the hearts of millions. As they stepped into this new chapter, they knew their music, like the prayers of their supporters, would continue to carry them forward. As for Bill and his wife, their journey was far from over. Perhaps one day they would return to the stage, stronger and more inspired than ever. Or maybe their presence in the gospel world would take a new form, less about performance and more about sharing their testimony of faith through life's most difficult seasons. Whatever the path ahead, one thing remained certain: their legacy would never be defined by stages, albums, or awards. It would be defined by the countless hearts they had touched, the lives they had changed, and the unwavering faith they had so beautifully lived. And no matter where life led them next, that legacy would live on, forever.